Hello, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most pivotal and devastating events of World War II, the Blitz. But this isn't just a surface-level overview. We're going full deep-level analysis, exploring the strategic, social, and psychological impacts of the bombing campaign that reshaped London forever. So, grab a cup of tea, and let's get into it. To truly understand the Blitz, we need to set the stage. By September 1940, World War II was in full swing. Nazi Germany under Adolf Hitler had already conquered much of Europe. The Battle of Britain was raging in the skies, and the Luftwaffe Germany's Air Force had shifted its focus from military targets to civilian centers in an attempt to break British morale. This marked the beginning of the Blitz, a sustained bombing campaign that lasted from September 7, 1940 to May 11, 1941. But why London? The answer lies in Hitler's strategy. London was the heart of the British Empire, a symbol of resistance. By targeting the capital, Hitler hoped to force Britain into surrender, or at the very least, cripple its ability to wage war. The Blitz began in earnest on the night of September 7, 1940. Over 300 German bombers, escorted by 600 fighters, descended upon London. The East End, home to the city's working-class population, bore the brunt of the attack. The docks, factories, and residential areas were all targeted, resulting in widespread destruction and over 400 deaths. This was just the beginning. For 57 consecutive nights, London was bombed. But the Blitz wasn't just about physical destruction, it was a psychological war. The constant threat of air raids, the sound of sirens, and the sight of anti-aircraft fire became a daily reality for Londoners. The Blitz forced Londoners to adapt in ways they never imagined. Air raid shelters, both public and private, became a second home for many. The London Underground, initially resistant to the idea, eventually opened its stations as shelters, providing refuge for thousands, but life in the shelters wasn't easy. Overcrowding, poor sanitation, and the constant fear of a direct hit made for a harrowing experience. Yet, amidst the chaos, a sense of community emerged. People shared food, stories, and even laughter, proving that the human spirit could endure even the darkest of times. From a military standpoint, the Blitz was a turning point. While the Luftwaffe inflicted significant damage, they failed to achieve their primary objective, breaking British morale. In fact, the opposite happened. The resilience of the British people, coupled with the effectiveness of the Royal Air Force, turned the tide of the war. The RAF's ability to defend British airspace, thanks in part to the development of radar technology, forced the Luftwaffe to rethink their strategy. By May 1941, the Blitz had effectively ended as Germany shifted its focus to the Eastern Front. In the invasion of the Soviet Union, when the Blitz finally ended, London was a city forever changed. Over 40,000 civilians had lost their lives, and vast swaths of the city lay in ruins. But the Blitz also left a lasting legacy. It galvanized the British people, uniting them in a way that would carry them through the rest of the war. The Blitz also had a profound impact on urban planning and architecture. The post-war reconstruction of London was shaped by the lessons learned during the bombings, leading to the creation of more resilient and functional urban spaces. The Blitz was more than just a military campaign, it was a test of human endurance. It showed us the horrors of war, but also the strength of the human spirit. As we look back on this dark chapter in history, let's remember the resilience of those who lived through it and the lessons we can still learn from their experience. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the Blitz. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more in-depth historical content. Until next time, stay curious.